And the game is live now. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Derelict Watcher, the Red Zerg player representing Acer and representing Canada and representing North America.
And Zerg.
And representing Freedom.
And Maple Leaf.
And maple syrup. And the national sport of curling. It is Scarlett. Down in the bottom left, Scarlett's opponent, the Blue Protoss, all the way out from China, Invictus Gaming's MacSed.
Seems like MacSed is going for a Forge fast expand, or just Nexus first into Forge, which is cool, because most of the time he was opening up with a gateway first, and he's scouting as well. I remember talking to WCS after his series, he said, MacSed just never scouts. Well, here you go, Mike. You got that pro scout.
Makes its way up into the main base and sees, well, nothing. Spawning pool going to go ahead and go down for Scarlett at 15 supply. There's more of that Gosu user influence.
It's still important to see, because if you want to go Nexus first, you have to make sure that it's not like a tempo or anything super crazy. And he sees that right now. He might even be able to be annoying and block the hatchery. All small things help. Yeah, certainly when you play against a player like Scarlett. If you can just delay her hatchery for 15 seconds, you definitely want to do it.
I can remember way back in the day, players like Idra getting really mad at this and just GGing.
if you're super good at this, like parting this once, okay. You can see MacSed messing up. Well, you can drop the pylon really early, but it also means that you delay your Forge, or even worse, your Nexus. And like if you're a god, like parting once was, is that you're able to keep that probe alive all the time, block the hatchery, get the first building, that's 150 minerals, whether it's a gate or a Forge, and then do it long enough to get an additional 100, but it's super hard. I've tried many times and it has never worked out, Ben. Either I get the pylon down but I forget the building, or I lose the probe. Sometimes I'm like just blocking so furiously, I was like, yeah, and then I realize I have like 400 minerals, and, probably not worth it.
I would look up and I would have 1,600 minerals. Scarlett has taken that first hatch, and she's saving up a little bit of extra money. It looks like she's going to go for a 3 hatch, which is a pretty standard response to this kind of an opening, Nexus first. She'll have lots of time to drone up and to saturate those bases. How do you think MacSed's going to follow this up? Because I think, historically speaking, he often does aggression off of an opening like this.
He definitely loves 7 gates and stuff like this, but it's kind of, I think most of those 2 base all-ins are kind of bad on Derelict, and that's just because look at this wide open area that you have to eventually walk up to, and certainly if there's creep spread already, it is going to be so hard to make almost anything work, unless it's just super low eco and strikes super quick and hard. That's pretty much the only chance you're going to make any 2 base play work. We've seen it many times, even in WCS Europe as well. For instance, Starga had an absolutely fantastic engagement on this map against MC, but it's Derelict. Like Zerg has so much time and so much space to set themselves up for a fantastic engagement that it's very hard as a Protoss to make anything happen of 2 bases. But then again, going up to 3 bases is kind of hard too, because you have to worry about this wide open area. So
this is just a tough map for Protoss. There's no question about it. Cybercore finishing up now for MacSed. We should see him choosing his tech soon. 5 minutes, 30 seconds into the game. Scarlett still hasn't taken even her first gas.
Might be I won't say might be a Stargate, but he's getting a Stalker now. It's kind of a weird wall off for MacSed. Not the most Baneling proof wall off of all time.
No, I would say that it might be a little susceptible to Baneling bust. Lucky for MacSed, it's not really Scarlett's cup of tea.
And he scouted it kind of as well, so kind of weird to see a Baneling bust out of 3 hatches.
6 minutes now, still no gas for Scarlett. Oh wait, I lied. 2 gas going down right as I say it. 6 minutes and 15 seconds or so into the game. That's kind of a Stefano timing.
I think even though MacSed is taking both of these as simulators, it might just be a trick. He's on 36 probes right now. He is chrono boosting a few additional probes, but he still hasn't shown us anything like a robo or like a gateway. So I think we might just see 6 gateways go down soon, and he might go crazy. He's on 38 probes right now, so he might just go up to 40 or maybe even 42, max 44.
You did just start +1.
You could do 7 gates with a +1. I kind of wonder, like, where is he spending most of his gas? I just don't really...
There's a probe at the... Oh, MacSed.
Wow, he's going up to 3 bases
macro
from...
player, you. 7-minute Nexus. That's... Greetorp would be proud.
Of 1 gate as well. Greeter would also say it's safe. Like, no, trust me, I can hold. Stargate behind us. No, I can hold. It's like, Andre. Stargate going out. I mean, if MacSed is able to get away with this, and it was double Stargate.
Double Stargate all the way.
Wow, this is so greedy and so risky. If Scarlett just makes a crazy amount of links, there is no way that MacSed can ever keep this base alive. No matter how well he's going to wall off that pylon.
Scarlett has scouted it. Scarlett is making a whole bunch of links, Kev. So.
As he's making drones as well. I mean, this is the beauty of Zerg. Even when Zerg sees this, they decide not to attack, they can still just make a lot of drones and still be economically ahead. What is very important though is that they make a fourth base, because you always want to have that one base advantage. And Protoss with a good 3-base economy is very scary to deal with.
I'm a big fan of what I'm seeing out of Scarlett. Melee upgrades, armor upgrades, Zergling speed, layers on the way. It looks like Scarlett wants to play Ultra Ling. And that is a style that is so effective and so fun on Derelict Watcher because it is such a wide open map and these links can just run around and cause all sorts of headaches.
8 minutes and 50 seconds fourth base, and that's exactly what he needs. So he can stay and make more drones, saturate that base as well. And MacSed is going to be in the dark for quite a while. The only type of scouts that he's going to have are these hallucinated phoenixes and a few gateway units. 2 forces to 2 links. Oh, I might actually end up losing a few probes over here. This is going to hurt.
Yep, a couple probes will get roasted. Photon Overcharge even being casted. Lings will continue to do work on this probe line.
These Lings have already paid for themselves tenfold, picking up 7, 8, maybe even 9 probes.
Wow.
Fantastic job by Scarlett.
Lings are free after all. 20 probe kills total.
She's like, those Lings were really effective. Let's make 30 more.
Scarlett is very rapidly continuing to attack. Infestation Pit is down, so we're going to see a very fast hive.
Very important pylon as well. Ben, I got a question for you. How many gateways?
I would call it an Artosis pylon.
No, that was not my question. That was too obvious. How many gateways do you think you can make out of a single pylon? Like around it?
I would say 12.
That's close, but you're wrong. 14. At least. That's with my SimSkitty skills. It's a little risky. If it dies and you lose 14 gateways, you lose a lot of production.
So 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and then 4 and 4?
No, you just make like a big circle. You build it in the most wide circle possible, and then you get gateways in between as well. You squeeze them in. 14, man. But there might be a way to get 15 if you're smarter than me. I don't know. Either way, we have a lot of gates going down. That was the original point. A lot of sentries as well.
That's what you call a digression, Kev.
And MacSed is going to try to make something happen. I'm not sure how his upgrades are.
A ton of sentries, and Scarlett's getting infestors, and these infestors are going to be really good against those sentries.
Yeah, but are they going to be out in time? Of course, infestors don't take that long, but 35 seconds. If MacSed just runs in, takes out that third base, and maybe kills a few of these drones, and then recalls out, that would be good. But he has to go really soon, though. The longer you... Oh, imagine if force fields...
That would have been nuts, man. That's not going to happen, though. Scarlett will get trapped with a lot of those Lings, though. And MacSed making a pretty good attack here. 10 infestors are about to spawn. This is still a dangerous spot for MacSed, Kev.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to recall out when the infests spawn. Fungal will land on most of these sentries.
Oh, that's huge. Is there enough energy for recall? There's a second Fungal blanketing everything. Lings continuing to attack into these units.
Nice
Finally,
dodge.
some of the sentries do manage to get out of the way. More Fungals going to be cast.
Scarlett has so many units in production now. He still has 22 Lings, 25 more are on their way. This Void Ray is still alive and kind of annoying, but it will... No, it will not fall.
1 hit point to save the day. Void Ray stays
But as you
alive.
mentioned, I'm really surprised by those time warps. MacSed is going all out, and I don't think he's going to have the same production as Scarlett has.
28 Lings
Oh my
on
God,
the
this
way.
Void Ray.
Kevin, they're just coming in one at a time. More reinforcements are joining the fray. Scarlett might have made a bit of a mistake, a little bit too careless with her units.
Wow.
MacSed is in the natural now. Infestors are dying before they can cast. Drones are now being killed.
I'm so impressed with MacSed that he just decided to go all out with this, and it seems like he's working.
Whoa,
MacSed.